What's up, everybody? Welcome to How We Roll. It is Thursday, and we're going to be kicking out some Star Wars role-playing game for you this evening. So, I'm your Game Master Gorbat. Joining us, we have our Rebel Scum, starting off with the Snuggler.
I don't know if I'm so much a rebel as much as a hired gun. I'm kind of like that Han Solo first episode, well, technically fourth episode, right now. But yes, I play Kreese, the Rodian who has been. I feel like he's been forced by his other compatriots into this. I feel like if he was by himself, he would have got out of there. I feel like all of you forced him into doing this. He'd be on some other rock right now, not caring about if a planet got blown up, not caring about the Empire. He'd just be drinking a little Rodian Mai Tai, because that's his favorite drink, and he'd be done with this. Okay? I said it. I finally got it off my chest.
Well, there you go. Also joining us is the Dragon Spooker.
Hey guys, I am the Dragon Spooker, and can you guys hear the fan as loud as I do?
Yes.
Hold on.
Sounds like you get a jet engine in the background. Dragon Spooker streaming from a hangar near you.
Just pop one in the, maybe if we put it in the doorway, it won't be as loud.
That's fine now.
Well, that's because he turned it off. That means it's
there
going to
we
get
go.
really hot in here in a second. There, I don't think that's as loud. Okay.
There you go.
Sorry about that. I am the Dragon Spooker, and I play Lush Lauren Tai, better known as Lorne. For you guys, he likes to punch things, and so do I.
And so do I. There you go. Also joining us is Shagget.
Hey guys, I am, yes, that is me, and I play Jalad Trad, the Duros pilots and babysitter of the next person who's going to be introduced.
And
Hello.
last but not least, we have the reciprocator of being babysat. It is Nick Nat.
That's right. I play Harper, who is the kid. And she's definitely the one who just paid Kreese to help us get some people off the planet. Because, I mean, he works for money.
And Candy.
And candy, right? That's gonna work.
More of the former than the latter, but a good mix of the two would.
A couple of Jolly Ranchers never hurt anybody as a bonus pay, right?
Just to sweeten the deal.
Absolutely.
it's
Before
candy.
we get going, just a real quick, a new episode of New Crits on the Block dropped Monday, and
Yeah, we actually, I don't know if you guys know this, but we made it onto a top 100 D&D podcast list,
nice,
and we got number 22,
that's cool, dude.
which is like insane, by the way.
Yeah, that's absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah, we were. It just got published the other day, and we got told by some of our fans about it. So we're very excited about that. The only ones that beat us have either been around for a long time and are well established, or have like famous people on them.
Right.
And
Well,
we're
there you go.
Nobody.
But
So
their
not bad.
latest episode is a Halloween special where
It's coming out
Snugs-
Monday. Coming out Monday.
coming out
is a
this
Halloween
Monday.
special.
Oh, it
yes.
hasn't dropped yet.
Hasn't dropped yet.
Oh, I thought it dropped. I already thought it dropped Monday. Okay, so it's going to drop
No,
Monday.
not yet.
Okay,
Yes.
so the one that's about to drop this coming Monday, Snugs is actually DMing it. He DM'd the last Halloween special, I believe, which
did.
was hilarious. So, yeah, check that out. Coming
fun.
up. Alrighty. And speaking of Halloween specials, next Thursday we won't be playing Star Wars because we have our Halloween special, which will include everybody here plus a bunch more.
I'm so excited for that.
So it's the largest cast we will have ever done on How We Roll officially. The overlay was a son of a to come up with, but we figured it out. But so definitely be here for that next Thursday because that's going to be a lot of fun, and that will actually be a D&D one shot that kind of plays into the current Monday night D&D. So there we go. Bloodbender, having famous people is cheating. I agree. That's right. It is cheating. So what's going on our Star Wars mini campaign? Well, The planet of Alderaan just got blown up by a big flying space rock monster, Death Star. Our heroes were on a small planet that got blasted by the meteor shower that was the residual blast from Alderaan. And they escaped. They joined up with the rebellion. And basically, the rebels have learned of the Death Star and have learned of its weaknesses. So this is the part in the story that we're at. But an Imperial spy infiltrated the Rebel Alliance and knows of the Rebels' counter-attack plans against the Death Star. He fled to a remote planet that had a very well established decryption station. And he is trying to get the encoded rebel, the encoded rebel data out to the rebellion. So our heroes were charged with two things. One, Ara, what is up? Have not seen you in a while. Take your pants off, hit the height. Good to see you, dude.
Nice.
So there we are. Welcome. Hope everything's going good in the world of rubies. So awesome. They were charged with two things. One, to basically help break through and distract an Imperial blockade so that a special forces unit could get down on the planet, infiltrate the decryption center, and stop that code getting out to a Star Destroyer that was inbound to get in range to receive it. They successfully did that part, but they were also charged with tracking down the the Imperial agent, and let's be real, do for him. Put him under. Take him out. Hang up his socks. End him permanently. So that if he had any knowledge, he could not relay that knowledge to anybody else. They landed on this planet. This planet is kind of a jungle planet. They found a group of survivors that have been here for some time. And they decided, because of their, kind rebel hearts, that they're going to help these poor, destitute refugees get off the planet. But not until they found the Imperial scum and taken him out. With that information, turns out that this little group of refugees had seen this person that they're looking for. Initially, he wanted them to take them to their destroyed ship, which they did. And then he insisted that should anybody come looking for him, that they also get taken to this ship. And we kind of figured out why. But also then they pointed him in the direction of the closest large settlement. Our heroes have made it to the destroyed wreckage. And upon doing a little bit of investigation, they found some precariously stashed supplies. Logically, they decided to check those supplies out. And unfortunately, as Lorne poked around and moved a small pack that clearly was not part of the wreckage, a sprung-loaded device hurled a hand grenade into the air right in front of Lorne. And Harper is just a mere 6 meters away. Jalad is about 8 to 10 meters away. Kreese and one of the refugee guides, they're kind of further back, so they're not quite so worried about this. But we're going to join our heroes literally as the grenade has popped up in front of Lorne, and we're going to figure out what Lorne is going to do to not be blown to smithereens. And that is literally where we're going to start things tonight. So let's go ahead and pull these covers back. All right. I think we can do better on the atmospheric tunes. So I'm going to go ahead and crank out Star Wars tension theme. Here we go. All right, so Lauren, yeah, so you just reached in. You're kind of standing on the framework. You've reached down in. You saw the pack. You kind of rooted around with your double-bladed staff. And as you move the pack, you heard a ka-ching, and a grenade went foo, up into the air directly in front of you. You kind of watch it with your eyes go up. So, everybody will see this grenade suddenly go pop up into the air. So, the way Star Wars works, first edition Star Wars, if you're not familiar in chat, we have a declaration phase before anything else. So everybody says, this is what I'm going to do. And then we put all those things into action pretty much at the same time. So, we're going to just about go around like we normally do. So, Kreese, when you suddenly see, whoo, what is Kreese going to do?
Is it a thermal detonator, or is it like...
It's hard to tell. It's a circular grenade. It absolutely could be a thermal detonator.
Can I tell? Can I check? Is that a thing?
Well, it's going to go boom and boom. So by the time you've seen it, you're a fair ways back, and it's kind of... There's a Lorne between you and it. So about the only thing you can see is a circular grenade about the approximate size of a thermal detonator fly up into the air. You're going to have to react based on that information alone, I'm afraid.
Okay, how high in the air does it go up?
Well, it pops out from down in the wreckage, which is several feet down, and it's kind of popping up to probably about 2 or 3 feet above Lauren's head.
So not that high. Okay,
no,
because I was gonna shoot it if it was high, if it went high, but that's not gonna do anything. I don't really have anything I can do other than diving back behind this tree over here.
Okay, so you are going to dive for cover behind the tree.
Absolutely, I'm going for cover.
The refugee is going to do the same behind the tree closest to him. Lorne, what are you going to do?
Okay, I'm going to... As I see it pop up, I'm going to spin my staff to throw the thing that I had on it off.
Okay.
And I'm getting ready to bat it like a bat.
Okay, so you're basically going to like...
And I don't know if it would be... If I could do this in one motion, but at the same time I do this, I want to kick Harper back if she's close enough to me.
Harper is a good 6 meters away, so she's not close enough to kick.
All right.
Although kicking Harper is not a terrible thing to do.
Hey.
Yeah, that's.
I mean, we
my
all like
goal.
to kick small children, right?
Right. So I'm gonna try to grand slam this thing, and
Okay,
I'm gonna use my force point, by the way,
and try to knock it clear. Okay.
Because I don't want everybody to die. I'm gonna do my best. I'm gonna use my force point. I'm gonna shout for everybody to get down.
All right. So you're screaming to duck, and you're going to use your force point to try to pull this off. Okay. Jalad, what are you doing?
I'm going to activate my daddy sense and jump in front of Harper with the intention to push her out of the way and be between her and the bomb.
So you're going to like dive forward and grab her, and then pull her and turn your body to the blast.
Or shove her like far away.
Okay.
In the opposite direction of the bomb.
Sounds good. And Harper, what is your intention?
Well, depending on who's faster, she was just gonna run. She knows what to do whenever things go like this.
Okay.
She's running away.
All right. Sounds good. Okay. So yeah, pretty much everybody's going to be moving first. So Harper, you're going to be sprinting. So show me where you're running to. I'm assuming that as you run that way, Jalad is going to kind of veer off with you and make sure you get clear.
I think that's as far as my movement goes, right?
Okay. Jalad, so are you going to position yourself between...
Pretty much, yeah. As she's running in that direction.
Carnover! Thank you for the resub. 2 months.
Thank
Take
you.
your pants off. Hit the hype. Much love. Appreciate you, dude.
Yeah, as she's running towards me in that direction, I'm going to just use that to get in front of her and push her further in the way she's running.
So,
in between.
Logically now, there is a... she has got a Jalad-shaped shield between her and the blast. Okay. So Kreese, you can dive behind your proverbial tree.
Ah, okay.
All right.
Wonderful acting as always.
Trying to bat a flying grenade out of the air. Okay, so you got a DC of 20. But you are using your force point, which allows you to double your dice. So you're going to make your melee attack against this thing, but instead of the standard 10, your DC will be 20.
Okay, so you just want me to roll it twice, or do you want me to do it all at once?
You can roll it if there are any pluses. The pluses don't get doubled, but the dices do.
Right, it's just a straight. Is it a melee parry or just a melee? It doesn't matter.
Be like a melee attack. So I mean, what you can do. What is your skill code on it?
Skill code?
How many dice do you get? What does it say?
Oh, 5.
Okay, so you can just do /R space 10d6 then. So that will give you 10d6 because that's what you're getting. And of course, you know, the higher you go, the more successes you get, and the better it will be.
And you need to be a 20. You got this, Spook.
Yeah.
Should
Yeah,
have.
yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
A lot of ones.
31.
Doesn't matter.
All right, so yep. Are you left-handed or right-handed?
Oh shit. You know, I guess that would make a difference. He's got a
Because I'm going to try to. I need to know which way you're logically. Because this is like a reflex thing, right? So you're probably going to hit it in the direction. So if you're left-handed or right-handed, is kind of going to depend whether the grenade
I think
is
that,
going.
I think given that his arm, the arm that he lost would probably be his dominant one, so that's going to be the prosthetic. So it's going to be his right arm. So he's right-handed.
Okay, so if he's right-handed, then he's going this way. Logically, right? So you're going to be batting it.
I mean, honestly, he'd probably be ambidextrous, but for the sake of this argument, we'll say right-handed.
Okay, that sounds good.
Well,
All
it
right.
could be a push hitter. It doesn't necessarily have to pull it. You know what I mean?
I don't sports, Matt, so...
She doesn't play sports ball. I'm looking
I
at
just-
it like she's standing there. The thing suddenly goes, oh crap, bang! And it's just going to be a reflexive smack, right? I doubt that she's probably not going to bunt. Like,
No, don't want to bunt.
I'm not going to be
Bunt
like,
could work, but
and test the
yeah,
wind.
call the shot. Oh, I thought you were Babe Ruth calling your shot.
Exactly. I'm not gonna test the wind and be like,
yep. Lauren calls this shot. Okay. But yeah, that's a good hit. All right, so you hit the grenade. It will travel 2 full clicks to here before it's gonna go up. So it's gonna have a blast from out here, and it's 10 foot because it is not a thermal detonator, luckily. That would be bad. Okay, so 10. Oh, you are all just, and I mean just outside. You might get some shrapnel in your toe. You know, Jalid, but that's about it. All right, so yeah, you hit it. So everybody is going to take 1d6 damage because of the blast radius. So 5. So everybody, basically, you know how this works. You're going to roll your strength plus any armor, and all you got to do is get over 5.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Jalid, you just about managed to not get hurt.
Jesus.
Even Kreese, who's back behind the
Nope,
tree.
you don't need to
Okay,
roll. It would only
just
be
wanna make sure.
Harper, Jalid, and Lauren.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay, don't need to roll.
Yeah, Harper's
nice.
fine.
Damn, Harbor.
And then Lauren. Lauren's got this. I don't think
You rolled
Lauren should
2d6
really
plus
fail.
1. I rolled 4d6. You rolled double mine. Good. That makes
Oh
sense.
damn, you guys are
Yeah.
you guys are good.
All right. Okay.
Oh.
So at most, your ears are ringing from the close, loud explosion. Jalid, you're a little bit like momentarily stunned, but that's about it. But other than that, you're all fine. But clearly, this quarry of yours did not intend to be followed, and perhaps suspected that somebody might come looking for him.
After the dust settles, I'm gonna peek back out around the tree and walk up. Is everyone okay?
What?
Is everyone okay?
Yeah. I'm just gonna lay down.
Okay, your refugee friend kind of pops out from behind the tree and cautiously kind of comes over with a very concerned and worried look. And again, if you're going to use Harper has been doing the whole hold down the mic so that the protocol droid back at the ship can hear what he says, and then the protocol droid's doing the translation. So if you're doing the same thing, he basically comes over and goes, "Is everybody all right?"
Yes, I'm gonna look over at Lorne. Maybe we don't go rooting around in things that are clearly booby-trapped.
Clearly,
Yes,
you could tell that from back there that it was clearly booby trapped.
of course I could.
Okay, maybe you should be leading the way.
If that is what everyone thinks is best.
Can you do that? You seem to like to stay in the background.
I led the party in the swamp when we were there.
Okay.
I took out that monster with one clean shot.
I don't think that monster was a booby trap, though.
My point is I can lead the party just fine. Great.
Harper's pulling out candy.
He's and Kreese is gonna look around to kind of get some bearings and figure out where he's supposed to go next.
Okay,
Right. Yes.
So your
Yes.
refugee friend kind of shrugs and then says, as he points, also not calling his shot, but pointing in nonetheless in this direction.
Just kind of generally pointing.
Yeah. And he
So you
says,
don't know where you're okay.
just, half sun. This way, half sun.
Yes.
Big.
Harper's gonna pull out the little communicator.
Okay. In which case, once he repeats it, your protocol droid says, half a day this way is a large settlement.
Yes, of course.
Would they be able to hear the explosion? No, that's too far, right? Yeah.
Half a day
Half
is
a day.
quite a way.
Yeah.
Well, maybe they had like a bunch of communicators. They could.
All right. Kreese is going to start walking off in that direction that he pointed.
Okay. As you
Trying
do
to
so, your refugee starts waving his arms and speaking very, very quickly. Your protocol droid says, No, wait. You are coming back for us, aren't you?
Of course.
Yes.
I'm gonna
Yes.
roll if we don't die.
Yes. Yeah, what they said.
Ninja! Resub 68 months! Take your pants off, hit the height. Much love, dude.
Ninja! Shall we?
I was trying to a moment ago, but it stopped me, so yes, we shall. And
All
I'll start
right.
walking off in that direction.
I thought
Okay.
he was coming with us. No?
No, he said he would take you to here and then tell you how to find the settlement. He has no intentions of going any further.
So before we leave, I'm gonna use the communicator and say, how do we introduce ourselves to this larger settlement without being regarded as possible bad guys or enemies? I mean, we made friends with you, but we thought you would be our interim for them.
He replies back and basically said, your droid, protocol droid, translates and says, he said that the settlement is largely derelict and abandoned.
Oh, that's right. Got that confused. Okay. Well, thank you, and we'll be back for you. Promise.
Harper's gonna give him some candy and say thanks.
Okay. Your protocol droid says, I will point out, he did say largely derelict and abandoned. Not completely derelict and abandoned.
Of course. Well, we got candy.
Mhm.
I'm gonna look at Harper.
She'll give you some. She'll start handing it out.
They're gonna be like, hey, thanks, Harper.
All right. Okay.
And I'm gonna walk up to Lauren and hand the candy that Harper gave me and say, thank you for that. You saved our lives.
Ooh, piece of candy. That's your reward.
No thanks necessary. I was kind of standing beside it too.
Okay, sure. Yeah. I'm just gonna take the candy and put it in my pocket.
Harper will probably hand some pieces of candy to you guys the whole time. She'll just race up to you while we're walking for this half day and put candy in your hand and then fall back to somebody else.
All right.
Just so we know what she's doing the whole time.
There you go. Oh, and I just want to say, Roll20 did a thing. Did a thing today that made me so happy. You no longer have to scroll left and right to find the map. It is now on a drop down that you can scroll up and down, so it's actually really easy now to start to move and copy stuff over. So I no longer have to drop you guys on random maps.
What fresh hell.
So I know that sounds like a small thing, but it's actually really a big thing.
I would be more excited if it didn't look like we just got dropped into Mad Max or whatever the hell's going on right here.
Oh,
So this is
yeah, this is a thing. All right, so before we go here, I'm going to give you a... so this is kind of what it looks like from a distance, okay? Vaguely. Let me go ahead and pop this in everybody's journal.
Looks like New Vegas from Fallout 2. That's what it's reminding me of.
So
And they have handicap
Or
spots and
Little
everything.
Reno, excuse me.
but basically, yeah, it is once clearly it was a large city. But at this point, it is nature has kind of overtaken a lot of it. That was the best representation I could find just to show it to you guys. Obviously, the buildings are a little bit more futuristic-y. A few more spires or domes, as you do. But needless to say, that's kind of what you, as you start cutting through the trees, that's what you see up ahead of you. Chernobyl, right?
It's like I got us here just fine. Now what?
Well, I assume we go there and try to be as quiet as possible and listen for any activity.
Yes.
All right.
I mean, we could just walk down the street and call his name out. I don't think that'll work. I mean, just an idea, but
Are we on this map yet? No, it's just what we look from distance.
No, yeah, we're walking towards it.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think. I would try to start sneaking a little bit.
Okay. So you guys are going to kind of start moving your way up to the edge. So it's very quiet. You You can hear signs of like active wildlife inside the city. You hear like various different bird sounds and braying of strange creatures that may be somewhere out in amongst the buildings. But you don't hear any kind of power source whirring, nothing that sounds like there's any real activity going on here from a civilized standpoint.
Okay, I guess I'm gonna start. What time of day is it when we arrive? Like, is it still light outs, or is it?
It's kind of it's about dusk,
Okay.
but you can still see. You've still got a few hours of daylight.
So I guess I'm gonna scan what I can from the distance while we approach to see if anything looks futuristic or full of technology more so than other buildings. Like, differentiate the types of buildings.
I mean,
maybe.
most of it just looks like at one point that this was a large, civilian outpost. It clearly wasn't a military outpost or anything like that. It was probably just a city. You can see occasional abandoned vehicles that are overgrown and kind of rusted,
Okay.
and stuff like that. But for the most part, you're not really seeing a whole lot of any signs of recent civilized activity at all.
Okay. All right. Just follow the group then.
Okay. I'm assuming you guys are all just going to kind of stick together, and are you going to stick to the main streets, or are you going to try to work your way through inside the buildings? What's your game plan? How do you want to kind of work your way through this city? Obviously, you're looking for an Imperial spy, but right now there's it's a pretty large town, city sort of thing, so, he could be freaking anywhere in here.
Do you think we could climb up one of the buildings and see from a higher floor?
Are there ladders outside of the exteriors of the buildings, Gore?
Not really ladders, but many of the buildings, the doors are either hanging off or are kind of like half open. If they were like slide doors, there's room to kind of slide in between them.
I'll go check it out. Harper will dart off.
I'm gonna turn and look at Jalen.
All right.
Oh, she's gonna start listening to me now? I'm just gonna shrug.
Right, so so Harper basically runs across the street and slips through a pair of double sliding doors into one of the larger, taller buildings.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow behind.
Okay.
Kind of resigned that. Yeah.
Okay.
Where are you going? She said she could handle it.
At that, I'm gonna turn and look at you.
I want to look at the both of you and be like, can we get on the same page, please? I'm getting scorned look here and defiant looks there. What do I do? I don't know.
You follow her. She's a child.
Done. And I'm going to follow her.
Okay. So by now, as a 10-year-old flies, she's got quite a lead on you.
Yeah.
And it doesn't take Harper very long to kind of find a stairwell that's kind of like circling up. I'm assuming you're trying to get to a higher vantage point, so...
Yeah, while I hear her, I'm going to just dawdle behind her. Just look more around at the surroundings. That's what I'm doing.
Okay. So once you find the stairwell...
She's going to go, she's going to pause at the stairwell, though.
Okay.
And listen, and probably try to go a little quieter up the stairs and listen, at the floors to make sure she doesn't hear anybody here.
Okay. All right. So yeah, it's not hard. This is a solid kind of metal stairs. This is not like wooden creaky stairs. So if you're just taking your time and placing your feet carefully, you're not really making much noise.
She's just not going to race up them to let everybody know she's here.
Scream out, anyone here?
No.
Exactly right. Okay. What did I just do with that sheet? I'm here, sheet. Alright, give me a straight perception check, please.
Nice.
15, okay. So the first thing, as you're about to put your first foot down, you notice that there's a fairly innocuous layer of dust on most of the stairs, but there are clearly some boot prints that have scuffed into the dust. Somebody fairly recently has been up this stairwell. If you can give me a DC 15 survival skill roll, maybe I can give you more information of how recently.
Impossible, but I can roll it.
Just don't
Keep
have
try.
the skill to know that stuff. Right, okay.
No, not at all.
No. You know, obviously, it's fairly recent by the fact that you can see the footprints. But,
And they only go up but not down?
no, it goes up and comes down. There are downwards as well. There's some boot marks coming down the other side.
Can I tell if they're the same boot?
Looks about the same.
And I don't hear anything, right?
You did not hear anything, no.
Okay, she's going to peek her head out and see if anybody followed, and if not, she's going to start to kind of backtrack quietly
Okay.
and try to find someone.
All right. Well, as you can tell, okay, something very funky is going on with my computer. Because now it won't send anything in chat. Oh, there it goes. It said I was not connected to chat. Okay. So yeah, by the time you kind of come looking out, you're actually going to see Jalad kind of walking in behind you, kind of slowly and cautiously.
I think someone's been here,
Oh,
but I didn't
hear something?
anybody. I didn't hear anybody, but there's footprints on the stairs. I didn't step on them.
Okay, I'm gonna go over to the stairs and look myself. My
Okay.
survival's not any better, so I can't roll for that purpose. But
Yeah, I mean, you can. So once they're pointed out to you, you can definitely see that there are kind of boot scuff marks in the dust. So somebody
coming
has
up and going up, coming down, right? I mean, I definitely see return
Yep.
like she did.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm just gonna be like, well, I mean, I don't think whoever left those is here anymore.
Okay,
So
she'll go up the stairs. She's gonna walk on the boot prints though,
Okay, so you're gonna like pretty much
because
like,
she doesn't want
mirror-
to leave new tracks.
Okay, all right. So it goes up several floors. At the top of each floor, there is like a landing with a door that would go further into the building. But the boot prints have continued to go up.
She's following the boot prints.
Okay. All right.
Unless she hears something. If she hears something, she's stopping.
Okay. So yeah, you'll get all the way to the top. Once you get to the very top, there's like a final landing, but then there is one smaller single flight of stairs that goes up to a single door at the top. No doubt goes up onto the roof access.
Okay. And do the footprints go up the stairs too?
They do.
Do they come down?
They do.
Okay, good. Yeah, she's gonna tiptoe up.
Okay. You
And
get to the top.
Peek out.
You see the door. The door is closed all the way. It has a basically there's like a small handhold, where, like indentation that you put your hand in and slide it. This is not like a latch and open type deal. This is a slide left.
Yeah,
Actually, slide right.
she'll slide it.
Okay, you grab hold of it and grind it over. It's fairly rough moving, but it's not so stiff that you can't open it.
Yeah.
As soon as you do so, you are kind of greeted to fresh air and the surroundings of probably the top of a 7 or 8 story building, so you kind of like can see quite a distance.
Okay. Are there any? I mean, she would probably want to look around and try to listen to make sure she's not disturbing anybody, just in case he came back up.
Okay, give me a perception check.
And also kind of like looking around, being kind of cautious.
Okay. And give me, so that would be your perception for your listening. Give me a search roll. Alright, okay. You can't hear anything, and as you kind of look around, other than a couple of strange semi-reptilian birds, no much larger than a vulture that you kind of see perched on a ledge. The top of the building pretty much has like about a 3-foot small lip wall around it, and that's what they're kind of sitting up there, just, you know, with their wings kind of curved back as if they're just looking down, as if they're, waiting for something to, a rodent or something to run by so they can leap down off the ledge and swoop down and attack.
Are they big enough that I should be scared of them?
They're about the size of a vulture. I mean, they're big birds, but
They're probably not going to attack a kid.
doesn't look like... Yeah, you could fairly well assume that unless they are some kind of really nasty carnivore-type birds, there's not...
Yeah.
It's not that likely that they're going to
Okay.
be much threat. But while this is going on, what is Kreese and Lorne doing at the bottom of the building? Y'all just going to wait it out, or...
Yeah, I think Kreese would just kind of keep watch, duck down behind something and just keep watch, because if I hadn't heard any noises from the building yet, I assume they're just up there scouting. And
Okay.
not all of us have to do that, I don't think. So we'll keep watch on the streets to see if we see any, or I will at least, any movements.
Yeah, same.
Okay, all right. Okay, so Harper, once you're fairly sure that there's nothing else up here...
She's going to go to the ledge. Hopefully it's not the one with the birds, but to the ledge where she left everyone outside,
Okay.
and try to look out that way to see if she, first of all, sees them, and then tries to see if she sees anything of interest.
All right.
That would tell us where
So I mean,
somebody
so
is.
yeah, you're kind of looking looking straight over the ledge, straight down. Would you guys be visible, or were you like stepped inside the building, or?
I would actually spend much of this time in like the lobby area where the stairs are on the first floor.
Okay.
Investigating around, sifting through stuff, seeing what kind of place this building was.
Okay. So Lorne and Kreese, if somebody was looking down off the building, would they see you, or are you kind of tucked away?
Looking straight down, someone probably would be able to. I think we're more hidden from.
Okay,
sight
so but
lines.
you're not in the building at all. You kind of.
Oh no,
Okay.
I
No,
would
no.
be outside the building definitely. Maybe up
Yeah.
against the wall, but
Yeah, same.
All right. Okay. Yeah. So way down there, Harper, you can see Kreese and Jalid still pretty much by the entranceway where you came in. And looking further out, all you can see is like jungle and forest, because that's the way you came from.
Right. She's gonna drop a piece of candy on them, like near them. Not on them, but near them.
Gradually, as it gathers velocity, hits Kreese in the head. No, okay.
No, she's just gonna like be waving at them
It's a
from the.
myth.
All right, yeah. So basically, as you guys are sitting there, suddenly you'll hear like a as you see a small wrapped piece of candy like shatter on the floor and go.
I think Kreese would go for his gun for a moment, and then once it triggers that it was some candy, I think he would look up.
Okay.
Up.
So yeah, at the very, very top, you'll see against the dustlit sky a small child vigorously waving down at you.
I mean, is it far enough?
from here?
See, I don't want to yell is the thing, so I'm
why
just
she
gonna
ducks candy.
I'm just gonna shrug at her from up there.
And she'll go like look from another direction,
Okay.
like, probably towards the city.
All right, so you go over. As you start approaching the two birds, as soon as they're aware of you, they like whop out their kind of bat-like reptilian wings and pop up off the ledge, drop down, and then glide off as you see them kind of zoom off into the distance. As your eyes follow them, however, your peripheral vision picks up suddenly a... All of the buildings are pretty much black. There's no light on them. They're all... But suddenly, further down, near probably 2 or 3 blocks from here, you just saw the lights inside a building, like one light, come on. And it came on kind of... Not suddenly, but like it shifted into view. Like somebody pulled back a shutter or a window and light poured out of it.
Can she duck really quickly behind the ledge?
Yeah. Instinctively, it makes sense to do that. Logically, lest they happen to be looking across the top of all these buildings in your direction, the likelihood anyone would know that to look there. But I mean, again, instinctively,
she
yes.
would just
It's
duck
like,
down.
Yeah.
And then kind of peek out. She's also 11. She doesn't really think that
Exactly.
logically yet.
Exactly.
So, is it going to stay open? Or does it close again?
So it stays open for probably 7 or 8 seconds, and then promptly it closes.
Okay. Is there any way to distinguish this building from any others?
I mean, yeah, if you take a good look at it, it's like right on the corner of a 4-way intersection. And I mean, it had like several other buildings around it kind of have like what look like some kind of power generators on the roof. But
Okay.
you could pretty much from here, you can kind of see the road. So you know, if you was to go down, go out of the building, follow it along, and take a right and follow that, that would take you right up to the 4-way intersection, and the building would be the one catty-cornered across on the right-hand side from you. So you could easily find it again from here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Could I kind of guess, like, the floor this light was on from here? I mean, I've
It
gone
was
pretty
on
far.
the first floor.
The first floor, okay. All right. Awesome. Do I see anything else looking out and about?
There is what looks like some kind of 4-wheeled vehicle parked out front of the building, just sitting there. You can kind of just about make that out. As I said, it's beginning to get dark. There's still enough light to see shapes and things and make stuff out, but not really solid details.
Okay. Yeah, once she sees that, if she doesn't see anything else in any other direction that's worth looking at, she's gonna head back down.
All right, okay.
A little faster than she went up, but still trying to be a little quiet.
Gotcha. Jalid, so you're rooting around. This building looks like it was clearly a residential building. It's got lots and lots of small kind of cube-shaped rooms. Most of them you can see rudimentary like bed plates that were there in place. You can see busted chairs and stuff like that. This probably was, I mean, for want of a better word, like a small tower block.
Okay, I mean, once I get that sense, I'm gonna join Kreese and Lauren outside. And basically I'm just gonna say, well, she found a way of searching. We can look in all the staircases and the dust. There's dust in. We saw blueprints, and the blueprints were coming down, which means they're not in there. So we could go to all the other places around here and see if there's recent activity of that sort. You know, go in one building, out the other, kind of deal, until we find the guy.
Do we know what kind of boots he was wearing?
They were made for walking.
Son of a bitch, Core. I hate you.
My point being, whose boots are those?
So I'm gonna look down at my own feet. I recently took armor from that last guy we blew the head off of.
Right.
It'd be the same kind of boots, right? I mean,
Similar.
so I'm just gonna lift up a foot and be like this.
Yep.
from the armor I took from the guy you killed.
Which means that more than one person has those boots. Got it.
But this is largely desolate, so it would possibly be the spy, no?
Right. Well, by now, you'll see Harper suddenly like slip out from between the double doors.
Guys, I saw something.
Yes, boot prints. We've heard.
No. When the big bird reptile things, they were kind of scary. When they flew away, someone opened their window and there was light inside.
Where?
It's down the road this way. We can go this way and I can find it. It's on the first floor though. I didn't see anybody, but they have a car.
We should check it out. But we need to do it quietly.
I can do that.
No candy throwing.
I just wanted to say hi and let you know I got there okay.
I never doubted you. I wanted you to go by yourself.
Did go by myself.
You are quite capable.
Thanks.
You're a grown up.
You just saying that because she paid you, Chris?
What? I have always had knowledge in her skill set.
No, you haven't. That's not true.
That's true. I just didn't want to give her a gun, but anytime she wants to do stuff, I'm like, she can make up her
I
own
remember
mind.
fighting with you guys for a lot longer than that. Okay. I guess I'll just shrug and look at Lauren. Sheepishly look at Lauren.
Alright. So how you guys, are you pretty much just gonna like follow Harper's directions and stay close to the buildings and move kind of like try to stay as best hidden as you can, move slowly, quietly? Is that what you're talking about? Okay.
I'd follow Kreese's example. I think he and Lauren would know more than me about being stealthy.
It's not really Lauren's style, but I appreciate the compliment.
Harper would also probably like dart ahead a little bit, like quietly,
Okay.
to lead the way that she saw.
Alright. Yeah, so she's probably Okay. So yeah, you kind of get to the four-way intersection and you get to the corner of the building. Now you can see a little clearer. There are bodies laying on the ground. And the four-wheel drive vehicle, actually now you're a lot closer, it looks like the front of it was shot up. Like, so the motor is kind of like there's smoke pouring out of it and steam. There are two corpses laying either side of it. One kind of fallen out one side, one laying out on the other side. And also to your right, about 30 meters, is another dead body. Considering that this is a very kind of abandoned area, there's no stench of decay in the air. These people were killed recently. So the guise of it being kind of derelict, starting to be, maybe there's more people around here than you realized.
Not anymore.
Dead things, Charlie. Dead things.
Kreese is going to take out his gun
Okay.
and holster it.
Harper will do the same.
All right.
And I'm quietly, I'm going to point. Oh, we're down here. I see us now. Okay.
You're down at
I'm
the
gonna
bottom.
point to the building over Harper's shoulders and whisper,
Is that the building?
Which
right.
one was
and,
it? It was...
it's this building here, and you can see like there's a tattered, destroyed like canvas awning over here, kind of at one end of it, and the area where the shutter kind of opened or whatever it was is about here, because you noticed it was at close to the end of the building.
Okay. Yeah, I would point that out and be like, "This is where the light came from, right there." But then it closed again.
Did we approach from over here? I think we should probably go around to the other side if we can.
Yeah, how are we gonna approach this? I mean, Are we just gonna all charge in guns blazing and try to lure them out, or?
I think we should probably try to sneak in first. Right?
Well, pretty sure if we go from this angle, they'll see us coming, and it doesn't look like they're defenseless.
Well, the curtain's closed. As long as they don't open the curtain again.
Don't know if I want to bet my life on that curtain.
So, Lauren, you want to go around the building here to our left and come from the other angle? Where the
I
orange
definitely
car
don't
is?
want to approach where he has vantage. Or whoever's in there.
That orange vehicle, does it look as destroyed as this one that's smoking, or
You talking about the speeder?
the speeder right here? Yeah.
It's on the other side over here. It also looks like it's been shut up, but not recently.
Okay.
There's no smoke coming from it. You can see clearly numerous blaster holes on the side and on the front. So yeah, somebody shot this one up as well, but this is old and rusted. This is not recent.
I mean, if we knew for certain that he was in there, we could just use your special grenade there and throw it at it and run away. Then we say we won.
Lob a thermal detonator through the building and call it a day.
What if there are others inside?
You want me to go check it out?
No, Harper, no.
Why not?
You want Harper to just approach a building with unknown people and then hopefully not get caught or seen?
And let's not forget to mention the fact that there are fresh dead bodies outside this building that you're wanting to send a child into.
Maybe they deserved it.
You just don't want to get paid by her. Is that it?
I'm not trying to actively get her killed.
How do you pay him?
She is the littlest and smallest of us.
The littlest hobo.
Yeah, because she's the youngest. She's a child.
And it makes her light on her little child feet.
What if she gets caught by them? Then we have another thing to worry about. Rescue. That's insane. Right, Harper? That's insane.
I mean, I can go. I want to.
Of course, she's going to agree with him. She wants to go.
You want to get possibly kidnapped, Harper.
No, but we have to get in there somehow.
I like Lauren's idea of going around a different angle, because this is a larger street where there's
Okay, we'll go a different way.
Yes, what if you took a different path, like an angle to the side of the building?
Okay.
I'm gonna point out a path that's like, over like that, something along those lines.
Okay, so you're going to be
scurrying over this way and then kind of coming over to the side like that.
Gotcha.
I'll kind of point that out to her.
We'd all do that, no?
Yes, but once we got to the other side, maybe Harper could get in closer for a look.
I mean, if he pointed it out and nobody's stopping her, she's going.
Okay.
She's
Yeah,
going
so-
quietly, but she's like, yeah, we all agreed I'd go a different way, right? Like, she
Right.
thought everyone was here on the same page with her.
So is she like going to scamper across there, or like? Because I mean,
She's
it's like about 40 meters to get behind that. You're going across a large open intersection.
She is. She would probably try to hit this corner first.
Okay.
But yeah, she's gonna, like, scamper quietly.
All right. So kind of get to here and then up
Yeah,
behind
she'll,
this
like,
thing.
duck low as she can as she runs, but
Okay,
yeah, she's
all right.
going.
What's everybody else doing as soon as you see the 10-year-old suddenly just start running in this direction?
I'm going to suck in all my breath.
I'm gonna follow behind.
Okay.
So I was like, yeah, that's the plan.
I'm gonna run to the corner here and panic aim at the windows where the curtains are seeing Harper being so daring.
Yeah, so
you
it was
know?
like a metal shutter, like a pull open metal shutter. So that's
there-
what it is. It's like
Are
an
there
actual metal
multiple
panel.
shutters along that wall, or just the one?
There's one there, and then there's one at the other end. Both of them are firmly
Okay.
closed right now.
I'm gonna stay over here because in case that does open, that's also the most direct way to get over there in a straight line there.
Okay.
I'm just gonna kind of be behind Jalad, probably grumbling about getting gray hair at 19 or something.
So when I hear you grumbling behind me, I'm going to say that you can take my blaster if you want. I have a blaster pistol.
I'm good. I have one too, but like, I don't like using it.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, you kind of cover. Nothing is happening. There's no movement or motion or sound comes from the building. And after a short period of time, Harper and Kreese have both made it like up behind the speeder, and they're crouched down, kind of using it as cover as they're now looking at the side of the building.
Can she peek inside the speeder and see what's inside it?
Yeah, I mean it's open top, so you can just kind of like there and in. Okay. So underneath where the dash was, there's a lot of like wires hanging. A lot of them are kind of fused together because of heat. You can clearly see that again. As I said, there are numerous large blaster holes. Someone shot this thing up real bad and made sure it didn't go. There's no possessions or anything. There is. Give me a. Let's see. Yeah, give me a knowledge. Well, no, actually, give me a. Let's see. Give me a medicine roll.
Medicine?
Yeah. DC 10. Okay. No.
At least I wasn't trying to heal anybody.
There are stains on the seat, dark patch stains, but you can't really tell what they are.
Okay.
They've been there so long, who knows?
She's probably looking more for like secretly looking for extra tech that she can just nab while we're here.
Spanners.
I mean, you know,
Yeah.
while we're doing stuff, may as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
As you watch vigilantly, Jalad and Lauren, there is still no movement from that building at all. Alright, you've got this far, Harper and Kreese. What do you want to do from here?
She would look back at Kreese.
Yeah, I would. I'd be right behind her and kind of eyeing. I don't see any movement from the house or anything.
Mm-mm.
Is there a shutter on this side too?
No. There's no entryways on that side of the building.
Okay. She's going to like sneak up to that road and try to get across the street again, out of view of the shutters.
Yeah, I like that I like that the two of us are on the same page here.
Okay, so you're going to kind of get up to like here.
Yeah.
And then cross over, right? So that
Yeah.
you're not approaching from the shutters. Okay.
Right.
I'm following right behind.
I'm going to
She's
look
gonna
at
do
Lauren.
this a little slower. Like she's gonna be a little quieter because we're getting
Alright.
closer.
Both of you give me a perception roll. I don't know if you can make it. The DC would be 20.
No, I can't make it no matter what, but I'll roll just so I can maybe see something.
Because
No.
okay, all right. Once you're there, are you guys? I mean, is it you're gonna go across and get up to the side of the building? Is that what your plan is?
Yeah. That's the plan.
No.
All right. Okay. So yeah, Lauren and Jalad, you've watched them kind of ding 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 ding, diddling diddling, ding 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 ding, and now they're across. Kind of, there's like an old metal construct that at one point was probably some kind of beautification unit on the streets that is large enough for kind of Kreese's probably tucked down behind it. Harper is up against the wall, but they're right there close to the shutter.
I'm gonna look back at Lauren and be like,
Yeah, the shutter is like right here.
are we going the same thing, or are we trying to have a different angle?
I'm frankly, I am terrified that they're gonna get caught.
We need to get you close, because that's when you're a true badass. I mean, I could snipe for you from afar. Maybe go up in this building or perch somewhere.
Boys.
Like, I got the scope, and I don't like this either. I'll be honest.
Mm. I guess.
I'm gonna move over a little bit and get a better field of view for everybody in chat.
All right, so the two shutters are here and here on the first floor, right? The spacing.
Basically, one here, about 15 feet in from that far end, and then one here, about 15 feet in from the other end, or meters. Sorry,
And
no.
does this building look kind of like the other buildings, or
This building is only a single story, and this looks more like this is not probably a dwelling. This looks more like it is some kind of, I don't want to say office, but some kind of like business type structure.
Okay. And
Give me a search roll as you're looking at it.
Oh shit.
DC 10. As soon as you're like actively paying attention to the building.
Yikes.
Yeah.
You don't really.
Search.
You don't.
My
see
perception
shit,
is
do you?
crap, man. I fly in space. I use instrumentation. There's not much to see out in space.
Someone needs to give him a. Yeah, he needs a GPS to be able to actually find anything.
Okay, but I do have a scope, so I would look at
Yeah.
through the scope. But
That's
okay,
fine.
so search is crap.
Okay.
I guess.
Right. So where Kreese and Harper are, you've noticed that there's another dead body right here on the corner.
I guess okay, so I would where's the entrance to this building and the windows therein? Because my idea is to enter.
The entrance to the building is here, and the window shutter would be here.
So I would enter that
And
building,
again,
go
for
to
chat,
that shutter.
That's here for the entrance, and then
Okay.
kind of here for the shutter.
So I would enter the building and move to the shutter and then open the shutter, but kind of hang back in the darkness so I wouldn't like peeking out the window.
Okay,
Then
so
I
you're
have my
going.
scope. Yeah.
Alright,
And I would be looking out at these other shutters, I guess,
Sure.
as much as possible.
yeah,
That's-
kind of giving,
But-
giving
not
cover.
like not right at the window, but a little far back because I have a
Gotcha.
scope.
Okay.
And I would say that to Lauren as I enter. I'd be like, "I'll cover you from within."
Alright. What's Lauren gonna do? Are you staying put, or are you gonna cross?
I'm thinking that I'm not really understanding what he wants me to
Why
do.
did the Lauren cross the road?
And I assume that that's what he meant, and I'm gonna like just start out across the road, but I'm not gonna be like running or anything. I
Okay,
just
where is your destination point? Give me a ping. Show me where you're running to or going to.
Oh my god! Of course, now it's not letting me.
So there's a window. That was where there's a shutter there. There's a metal shutter there, and then the main entrance is here down the bottom.
Yeah, I'm going over here.
Okay, so you're gonna kind of move and get behind the flaming four-wheel vehicle. Okay,
And I'm gonna move as fast as I can without making noise.
Alright, nothing bothers you. When you get there, you'll find a dead body. Okay, so Kreese and Harper, what are you guys doing? So you've seen Lauren kind of get down fairly low and like flit across the road and tuck herself in behind the four-wheel drive vehicle that's sitting there smoldering.
How low to the ground are the windows? Like, how much room is there between the ground and the bottom of the window?
For where the metal shutter is, probably about 3 feet.
She would probably look back at Grace and be like, I'm gonna try and get closer. I'll be right back. and like sneak up really close under the window to try to hear through the shutter.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll just wait.
All right.
Yeah, like
Okay.
that. And she's ducked down, like
Yeah.
on the ground.
I mean, 3 feet, you can easily get down below 3
Oh, yeah.
feet. You move and position yourself kind of underneath where the shutter was.
Mhm.
Okay. So yeah, you're not too far from Lauren at this point, probably about 15 meters. Lauren's tucked down behind the burning four-wheel drive. And Jalid is across the street with his blaster rifle kind of providing cover. Alright,
And I am looking at the shutter that Harper's underneath.
okay.
The second I see her in right frame, I'm like, oh god, here we go.
Okay. You hear no sounds inside. It's all very, very quiet. There's no sign of activity or life. Everything is copacetic.
Do these buildings seem like they would have like the generators are on top of the buildings that I've seen so far?
Yes.
Okay, she's gonna run back to Crease. And she'll be like, hey, I don't hear anything, but I know that there's light. If I can get up on the roof, maybe I can turn off the generator and they'll come outside and try to see what it is. Can you lift me?
Yes.
And I'll get my hand in ready position
You
to.
need more than him. The building itself is probably from the ground to the roof.
Mm-hmm.
Is probably about close to 15 to 18 feet.
She
So
fully expects him to throw her, so I don't know.
What if I get one of those? What if I get one of the dead bodies, put it on my shoulders, and she climbs on top of
make
that?
make a corpse ladder. Yeah, you would need to stand on something in order to be able to get her up. I mean, she's not very tall.
What's this here? What's the next to me here?
What is that? Okay, we'll say that is some kind of double-sided street bench, like it's made of metal.
Okay.
So I mean, you could, assuming it moves, you could drag that into position and use that for sure.
Yeah, I would want to pick it up, not drag it though.
What's your strength code?
I don't know, like
More than 3D?
probably.
will help,
it
but
is
she has no
3D
strength.
Okay.
exactly.
If it's 3D exactly, you can try it. You will need a 10 to lift it because it's very bulky.
Can Harper
Okay.
help?
Sure.
Well, is
I
your
don't know if that would be
lifting
helpful.
any better than your strength?
A help basically gives him an extra D, so he'll make.
Yeah. I mean, she's not very strong.
Okay,
but
so
she'd do her
4D
best.
then.
So you'll get 4D, and between the two of you, you kind of like lift it up. Harper can just maybe stop it from dropping and scraping along the ground. Oh yeah, no problem.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Ooh,
Okay, so
17,
you
yeah.
pick it up and you, as heavy and as bulky as it is, you kind of grit your teeth, and with Harper just taking the weight off of one end, you move it up against the side of the building and plop it in place.
All right, and then I'm going to climb up it,
Okay.
and get ready to give Harper a boost up there.
Okay, all right. So
go.
you boost Harper. Okay, Harper, you can just about reach the top with your fingertips.
Mm-hmm.
But you're gonna have to pull yourself up there.
She is not strong at all, so this is gonna be fun.
So
Well, kids can pull themselves up easy, and
She's
easier
also
than
real
adults can.
Less weight to pull up, but also
That's what I'm
she has
saying.
more
Right.
strength.
Usually,
So,
strength of size.
yeah,
is
you're
better
gonna
than
need.
kids.
You're gonna need. I mean, it's not gonna be difficult because you can like put your feet against the side and scrabble, but you're gonna need a 5 or higher.
Okay. Climbing?
I consider
I'm
it
assuming?
easy, but it is not effortless. So yeah, climbing 5 or higher.
Oh, good.
Okay. Yep.
Nice.
You pull yourself over the little ledge, and you are now on top of the roof.
All right. I'm gonna look for a generator, or I know I didn't tell anybody else what I was doing, but
Okay.
I'm
Yeah, you can see the main generator is right here.
I'm gonna quietly move over to it.
Okay.
What's the ledge like on this roof? Like, can I see Harper? Oh, she's too far within the roof.
You'll
to
see her pop up and over. If she crouches down, you won't see her, but if she's just kind of running across there, you'll basically see her probably from the mid-torso up.
Okay.
She's gonna crouch down though.
Okay, so yeah,
Like,
you'll
she's-
see her,
She's thinking
and
she's
then
pretty
she
close to
disappears.
danger.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
She feels pretty close to danger, so she's gonna try and make herself small.
Okay. So right here, there is a huge kind of crack in the building, like where and you can see some of the metal framework and everything poking through. You probably could drop down from here into the level below. It's doubtful anybody else could fit through there, but you could because you're teeny tiny. I'm just pointing that out.
Do I see any light?
No. Well, I say, give me a search roll.
Search.
Or over here giving our kid bad ideas.
Yeah, no. No light. Okay, yeah, you glance down, it looks pretty dark. Okay, so you're
So
going to
the
make
assumption
your way...
being that this is something above the ground floor where the light is my assumption based on that.
Yeah. And
So
that's
if I
probably
dropped
why
in-
this building is so high. Perhaps there's
Yeah.
some kind of ventilation
Like
system
attic or yeah.
an attic or... Right, exactly. Okay. So you're crossing over to the generator. What's
Yeah,
everybody
she
else
would-
doing? Y'all just holding your positions and watching Harper going...
Yeah. I'm looking at the shutters for signs of life, looking at other movement in my peripheral, what I can see.
Okay.
I see any other kind of movement.
All right.
That's
No,
it.
everything seems to be
Creepily quiet. Okay. Good to know. We have a child doing all our work for us, guys.
This is all she's good for though. Like once we get into the fight, she's no good for anybody.
climbs
so.
under a table and sits there eating candy, right?
She's more
Honestly, like I feel so useless during the fights. I'm like, sorry guys.
I'm gonna
I
say
just
this.
shoot.
I'm gonna say this now. She's more useful than Cyrano. Heyo.
All right,
Oh,
okay.
Maddie Poo.
It's messed up. I did good in the last fight.
You did. You did.
Whatever.
Okay, so you make it over to the generator.
Mhm.
It's not running. There's no hum or anything coming from this thing. It is cold. Whatever the light source is was not coming from the natural power of this building.
Huh. Okay. Does it look like the generator could start running?
Give me a yeah.
She's not gonna do it yet, but she just wants to know if she can do it.
Let's see. So this would come under. Probably closest to this would be like repulsor lift repair.
Oh, good. I actually put stuff into that. I don't know why I did, but now I know why.
Yeah, you can't really see that there's any. You don't notice. I mean, it's rusty on the outside, but best guess, all the circuitry and everything still looks okay. Everything looks solid. If somebody inside the building actually decided to turn on the power to here, potentially it could work. Of course, there could be damage to other aspects of this system on the inside of the building. But from best guess up here, it doesn't look like it's in terrible shape.
Could I? You can't turn it on from up here, though, right?
I would say you could.
Okay.
Not easily, but I would say you could. DC would be 20 though. And it will take you a little while because you're going to have to like bypass some systems and you're basically trying to hotwire it and jumpstart
yeah.
it much like you would an engine. So it can be done, but I mean it's a big heavy duty generator. So it's not and we're not talking about a gasoline generator. We're talking about a fusion generator. So
Is there anything else on the roof that she could manipulate that would cause any sort of disturbance inside?
Probably not.
That's what I thought. All right, she's gonna run back over to the ledge above Crease and like lean over the edge. If can.
Depends. You may come up with. I mean, there is a ventilation system here, and there's like a grate, which would be like a vent. Maybe you can think of something you could do with that. I don't know. I will point it out just in case your childlike brain thinks of something smart to do, but. But other than that, and the generator and the huge big kind of crevice that's where the side of the building is kind of cracking at the top, that's about all.
How big are those vents?
Not very big. Not big enough to get a person into.
Not kid sized. Okay.
No. You could get your arm down in there, but you couldn't crawl into that vent.
Yeah, not be knowing where that vent goes, though, I don't think that would be that useful. Unless I had something that I could put in there.
To be honest, it doesn't look like a breathing type air vent, more like some kind of exhaust vent. Probably
okay.
goes down to something mechanical and, you know.
But it doesn't sound like anything's on.
No.
Yeah. Alright, she's gonna run back to the ledge.
Okay.
Here, I'll move her. And like lean over the ledge here. Hey, they're not using the generator? I can try to turn it on, but I don't know if it'll turn on or how long it'll take. There's a place I can try to get inside. Do you want me to try to get inside, or do you want me to try to turn on the generator?
Oh my god, we sent the wrong person with her.
I mean, like she has kind of been slowly idolizing him
WWCD.
through this
What
whole
was
journey here. So
It makes sense. It makes sense.
Does it look safe if you were going to go inside?
I don't know. It's a big hole in the roof, but it's dark in there.
That sounds like the most unsafe situation.
All the things you said were very unsafe things.
Well, I mean, they wouldn't be able to see me. It's dark. But I don't think anybody else could get in there, so it would just be me. You can't get up here and get in there. I can try to turn the generator on and then crawl inside.
Why don't you start with the generator?
Okay.
We'll see if we can draw at least one of them out.
Okay. I'll go try to work on that. I don't know if it'll work, but I'll try.
All right. Yeah.
Give it your best shot.
Yeah. She will race back over.
All right, okay. As I said, DC will be 20.
Oh. All right.
And it'll take 6 rounds to do it, and depending on how well you succeed, if you succeed, you may shave some time off that.
Yeah, it's probably not going to happen, but that's okay.
Worth a roll. It's possible for you.
It's possible.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, so close.
Okay, yep. So you start you pull the side panel off and start rooting around in the electronics, and you think you can see what it is that you're looking for, and begin to kind of decipher what's happening. But eventually you kind of realize the part that you would need to get to is kind of way back underneath, and you'd have to take a whole bunch of stuff off, and you just don't have the gear to do it. So you're like, as you realize that this is just not going to be a thing.
Okay. Yeah, no, she would have to race back over and talk to Crease again.
Okay. You race back over to talk to Crease, and you kind of get here, and as you're literally about to open your mouth to say whatever you're going to say next, you hear a very, very faint from inside the building. The sound, you only heard it because the sound came up through that crack in the ceiling. So it was muffled and quiet, but because you're right up there by it, you just heard there was definitely some blaster fire that went off. Like 3 shots went off inside that building.
So she's gonna be like leaning over about to say something and just like freeze as she hears it.
Okay.
Does it go quiet afterwards?
Oh, yeah.
I can't turn on the generator, but I think someone just died.
What?
Well, there was some gunshots, and I can hear it through this crack in the roof. There were 3 shots, and now there's no sound. You want to do it? I know you do.
Of course I do. I'm gonna look over to the little 4-wheeler where the other 2 are sitting behind.
Well, there's only one. So yeah, you're gonna
I
kind of
thought they
get here
both
and
went
lean
over.
out. Yeah, Lauren is crouched down behind there, but you can't see Jalad.
Okay, that's fine. I was more just looking to see if anyone was around. than
You're
anything
not
else.
here. Oh.
Just kind of see where the other ones are.
There's nobody in that crack in the roof.
I don't see anyone. I don't hear anyone. I just heard the guns from there, and it's really quiet.
Did they sound like they were farther away from the crack in the roof?
I could barely hear them.
Do you feel safe going through the crack in the roof?
I mean, I'll go in there. But what do you want me to do inside?
Do you want to go in there?
If it'll help everybody, yeah.
Gore, are there windows on the top?
No.
No? Okay, because I'm thinking she can go in there and open a window if there's something like that.
Yeah, no, the only shutters that you can see on this are basically there's these 2 metal slide shutters about 3 foot up and about 50 meters from the end of each end of this building.
Was there another entrance from the roof? Like roof access anywhere?
No.
Okay.
And Gore, there was a door on this over here under this tattered.
Yes, that's where the main door is.
Would I be able to crouch and move over to those doors?
Like below the window? Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely.
Okay. I'll just say I'll be right back, and I'm going to try to silently move over to see if the door is open or not.
Okay.
Like unlocked.
All right, go ahead.
Okay.
You get there. It had a key entry system there. That key entry system has got the faceplate pulled off, and there are wires pulled out of it and kind of fused together at the bottom. And there is like what looks like some kind of small black device attached to it with 2 little metal prongs that come off of it, and the wires are terminated to that prong.
Would I have any idea what this is?
Maybe if you can give me a computer program repair roll.
Okay.
DC's only 10.
Okay, yeah, because I'm not trying to. I just want to know if I've seen like a
Yeah.
computer repair roll. That can't be a good roll for me.
I was about to say Harper could probably figure it out.
2D. Okay, yeah. Well, I just want to see if I can at least ascertain. Oh yeah.
Ooh.
All right,
Nice.
So you kind of look at it. Yeah, this is probably some kind of device used to like hack this lock.
So theoretically, it should be open then because it's hacked. And
The
intact?
door is shut, but in theory,
Okay, if we open this door, I mean, is it like a, you know what I mean? I mean, how loud are these doors?
Well, typically these kind of doors usually are powered, right? They're actually have power, but you've already ascertained there's no power to the building, which means it's probably just going to be slid across the runners, much like the doors that you came in the other building. That was kind of, you know, you just kind of yanked it open. So, in theory,
And they were loud?
they weren't silent, but it was more kind of like a sound, not like a loud creak or anything like that. It's not particularly loud.
Okay,
And of course, you'd only have to open it, this much enough to slip through it. You don't have to open it all the way.
I'm going to look back and see Lauren and wave her over to me.
Come on.
Harper's probably leaning over the ledge, like watching them from over on her corner.
Okay.
I think this door is unlocked. Maybe if we both lift and pull, it will be quieter? Is that science?
How does that work?
I mean, we can do that, but I would like to take this moment to remind you about this guy's penchant for booby traps, as you so kindly pointed out before, when it
Right.
comes to poking around.
Right.
Is that something separate I have to check for, Gore?
If you want to try to ascertain if this thing is booby trapped.
Yeah.
Oh
So I
yeah,
guess-
technical
okay.
demolition roll.
Okay. I didn't know if that was if I would have been able to get it from getting what that thing
No,
was.
that basically was enough to know that somebody hacked the door.
I see. Okay.
But yeah, you
am
have
I-
to
what
give
am I-
me a demolitions roll.
What am I trying to hit?
Because that's kind of what booby traps and all that sort of shit come under. So,
What's my DC for this?
looking at a closed metal door, 15.
Nope, I can't do it. I'll roll just regardless, though. Oh, damn. Okay.
I mean, to make an omelet, right?
to make an omelet, you got to break a few Lorns and creases.
I have a question, Gore.
Okay.
These metal curtains, can
Like
they
the
be
shutter
open?
things?
The shutter things, can they be open from outside,
No.
or is it strictly from within? Right.
Basically, if you can imagine like a thick metal plate like this that
Yeah.
rides inside grooves that is inside.
Right. So there's no way
From
to
the
like
inside,
wedge
there's
it
probably
and-
just a handle to grab and slide, but when you come back, there's nothing to grab hold of or to manipulate.
Okay.
I mean, you'd have to find a way to physically force it open. I mean,
Okay.
yeah.
I guess the only other question is there any way I can get like a straight on angle of the door since I see what they're doing? Because I'm at an odd
you could-
angle, so
So basically, you could kind of go down, because this actually is a secondary door here, so you could go down and like push that door open and stand at that doorway. Yeah.
yeah, that's exactly what I'm going to do
Okay.
because I kind of see what they're angling to do, so I would want to follow them so I'd have a better view inside.
All right. So you're down here at this door. Gotcha. Okay. All right, Super Chieftains. Are we going to do this shit or what?
I mean, he's gonna have booby trap though. I mean, he just is. But I can't tell if it is or not. So I mean, do we just do it?
Get bored.
It's gotta love it.
I mean, she's 11. She's bored sitting over there waiting for you guys.
Just kicked a few rocks around on the
I
ceiling.
mean, I can tell you what I would do if this was me playing like a video game.
Yeah, of course, just go for it.
That's my style.
Save.
Save.
Yeah.
Load.
No, that worked out bad. Reload.
Save. This is the quick save button, right?
I mean, I know some of you were watching me play Borderlands the other day on stream, where it was just like, just keep throwing
Save
yourself.
scumming the whole, the entire stream.
You want me to look at it from inside?
Kind of, yes.
Okay. She's gone.
Wait, what does she mean?
We've got it under control.
Okay, so am I assuming then that you're going for the hole?
She's gonna like carefully try to get in there and move to where the door is.
All right, okay, so
From
you
that
lower
floor.
yourself down in there. Once you're in there, you are actually, you kind of drop down in. It's a little echoey.
Is there a way to get out again?
Yeah, you can
Okay.
reach the
I
top.
could climb back up. Okay.
Yeah. But it is pretty much like a large, now you are in a large ventilation shaft, which is enough, plenty of room for a Harper to crawl down.
But it will definitely echo.
It's not going to be quiet, because, I mean, if it's a suspended ventilation shaft, it's going to be like ting, 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 ting. So if anybody's below it, they're going to hear a very large rat moving.
Do I hear anything below me?
Not right now, no.
Okay. What do I have in my bag here?
A hoverboard. You just glide over it.
She's gonna.
I mean, you could move, like,
I was thinking
incredibly slowly
boots off.
and kind of slide along instead of, like...
I'm thinking she's gonna take her boots off and
Okay.
she's gonna pull out her stuffed bat, and she's gonna put her hands on her stuffed bat and try to like.
Oh, I
only-
get it. Okay.
Like slide her hand and only use socked feet on this ventilation.
Gotcha.
Oh my
I
god.
can totally visualize a kid doing this.
I know.
Okay. All right. So yeah. Give me with the stuffed bat and your theory plus being a child. Yeah. Give me a hide sneak roll. DC 10.
Okay.
Jeez.
18. Okay. Yeah. You're being pretty quiet. I mean, you've taken off your shoes. You've got a nice soft pad to put your hands on, and you're just kind of dragging yourself along with your sock sliding, basically.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So you're about here in the ventilation system, going this direction. You get to about here, and now you can turn left or keep going.
Can I listen left?
Give me a listen roll, which is a perception, please. 16, just enough. Okay. Initially, you don't think you can hear anything, so you start to reassert your attention, but then you hear something kind of go like this. Inside a chamber further into the building. Sounded
Does it
like
sound
something got
pretty
dropped on a
far?
desk.
But it sounds pretty far away.
No, not that far away. It's just
that
muffled because it's not a very loud sound, and you're in a metal ventilation shaft. It's down there a little ways and underneath you.
Does this ventilation shaft have any openings that like?
You haven't passed any yet.
Okay. She's gonna keep going towards the door quietly.
Okay. All right. Once you get to about here, yes, there is a metal grate, and peering through it, it looks like it goes into a small lobby.
How far down is it to the lobby floor?
From here, about 10 foot.
The floor is hard too.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I have socks on.
And you're a kid.
10 feet.
Kids are very spongy.
Can I look at the door from here?
No, the door logically would be on the other side. You'd have to like remove the grate and like lean out and underneath to see the door.
Oh, I'll do that for sure, as long as I
Okay.
don't see anybody
Right.
down there.
Give me a let's see. Give me a repulsor lift repair roll. It's not whether you succeed or not, it's just how quiet you can do it. Because you're basically going to yank this thing. Yeah, okay. You kind of like just start wiggling it until you start to feel it give. And then you slowly kind of pry it out and bring it in and set it to the side. And now you can peer and look down. Okay. Hanging on the side and turning your head underneath. You can see the door. It's a solid, slide protected door, and you can't see anything close to the door. No foreign objects attached to the door, nothing in front of the door.
Could I open it from the inside easily?
You'd have to come out the vent.
Yeah,
but yes.
if I drop down.
In theory, yeah. I mean, there's a key entry pad there on the inside as well, but...
And there's no light in here, right? Or is there light in this room?
No, there is no light. It's pretty dark.
Oh man, if she drops down, she can't get back up though. Like she's stuck inside if the door doesn't open.
That is a very real fact, unless you could find something very tall to get underneath there so that you could clamber up on. Once you're down,
Yeah, unless
you're down.
like if this door doesn't open, she's trapped inside with someone. She's gonna go back the way she came
Okay.
and hop back out.
Alright.
Still on her socks. She's not gonna put her
okay.
shoes back on. She's planning on going back in.
Alright.
Ta-dum. Hey, the door has a keypad, but there's no electricity. There's no lights in there. I don't know if it'll open if I drop down, but I won't be able to get back out. So I don't know if I can open it. But it's really dark in there. I heard somebody further inside. There is somebody here.
I'm gonna give Kreese a pained look.
I can go try to open it, but I might be in there and I can't get out.
Well, we think that they may have booby-trapped the door.
I didn't see anything on the door.
Oh,
Maybe there's something inside, but I didn't see anything. It just looked like a keypad.
I'm gonna look at Lauren, and
I
I'm
can go
going
check it.
to.
But
I'm gonna open the door.
Okay. Grab hold of it and slide it across. It's not that loud. You kind of wince as you do so. No clicks, no ticks, no booms, no whooshes. Seems to be okay.
I'll see you guys inside. And she's gonna get back into the vent.
Okay, so she's going back in, scurrying along, and getting back to the vent, the same position in the vent.
Yeah.
So you'll be in the room, kind of above them, peering out the vent by the time they get. Okay. Yeah. So you can see through the door a small lobby, and then another door on the inside that goes further into the building. This is little more than like a little antechamber, like a little entry room. Probably was some kind of reception area.
I heard a sound coming from that way. And she'll point.
Seeing the door open from way back here, and seeing that there's nothing in there, but it's like an antechamber, I'm actually going to climb out of this the shuttered window that I've opened,
Okay.
and scurry across.
All right.
So
go
I
for
mean,
it.
I'll be a little bit behind, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna hoof it over.
Okay.
Are we
What do we
The
want to
sound
do?
came from that way. I can go ahead if you guys want me to.
Grease, Lauren?
Does it
Now,
matter what I say?
they'd be going through a door about here. You would
Mhm.
be going down a vent about here.
Yeah,
It
she
doesn't
doesn't.
look like, initially at the very least, where you're going is not going to be. You're going to be going further into the building towards the center. They're going to be going in at one end.
She would have pointed to the wall where
Yeah.
she heard the sound,
Yeah.
not to the door.
Gotcha. So you're kind of pointed.
I
headed
pointed
corner.
the direction they need to get going.
Okay.
Okay.
But I'll stay up here. I think I can be quieter up here.
All right, and I'm gonna make my way inside.
All right, let's do this.
Harper's gonna stay in the vent.
So that area right there that I just drew is about the antechamber.
Okay.
And then there's a door. Kinda. There.
These vents aren't big enough for everybody, right?
Kreese could get down there. Jalid may struggle with his extra bolt. The problem is they're like suspended. A lot of weight could bring that whole thing down. So heavy people probably, even if they could fit, might not support their weight. Kreese is not very big, so he's probably fine. Lorne is very kind of athletic, not real heavy. So again, possibly fine.
I'm following people in.
Yeah.
One of you could try to come up here, but you might want to take your boots off. It's kind of noisy.
I think I'd get up there with her.
Alright, so you want to try to get up and into the vent?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm assuming you're going to go up the same way that she got in?
Yes.
Alright, okay.
I guess Lauren and I will man downstairs.
Okay, so you're going to have to do the same thing. Give me a move silently roll, which is going to be your perception, hide, sneak.
Okay.
Take off your boots.
I would take off my boots too. That makes any difference.
Clearly it has worked for her, so...
She'll show you how to
Ooh,
move.
not bad. There we go.
Okay, yep. Alright, so you'll shuffle along to about here. And then, as I said, you can see her down the far end of the vent, and then there's a shoot off to your left.
You'd come meet him. She'll show him how to move.
Okay.
I heard a sound this way.
Do you have a stuffed bat? Everybody should have a stuffed bat for ventilation movement. Okay,
Exactly
so
right.
Lorne and Jalid, what are you guys gonna do?
I'm assuming we're gonna enter the antechamber.
Okay, go
Look-
ahead and put
look at-
yourself in where you want to be in relation to that door then.
Right underneath the vents, pointing my gun at the door.
Okay, alright, so you're both in. Alright.
I heard a sound this way. And Harper's gonna start to move down that little wherever it is.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd follow behind.
Alright. So eventually you get down here and it splits again. It goes left and right.
Can I hear anything either way?
Give me another perception roll.
Yeah, I'd be
Doing the same?
into it. Yeah, I would be listening with her too.
Okay.
So I'll do one as well, but she'll probably beat me.
Probably.
Yeah.
Okay, y'all can hear very faint, muffled sounds from the right, but it's hard to even discern what it is. Possibly somebody just moving around in a room, maybe just moving, sliding objects or something like that. It's very, very quiet and very muffled, though.
Nothing to the left.
No, it's quiet to the left.
She'll go to the right.
Okay. Okay, so Jalid and Lorne.
Can we hear through the vent opening above my head, like movements further in? Or is that kind of like hard to
They're
pinpoint?
pretty quiet. Give me you're gonna have to give me a perception roll, and you're gonna have to
No.
beat their 12 or 10.
Yeah,
Plus
that's not
probably
happening.
by now round about add 5. So Kreese, you got a 15. DC of 15 to hear Kreese, and he's
Yeah.
slightly less quiet than.
Nope, that's not happening.
Okay.
Okay, so
Then probably not. Nope.
yeah. There's, I mean, it's a 1d6.
I mean, you
So-
heard them kind of initially like, and
Okay.
then the sound disappeared. So obviously they're further in, but where you've got no idea.
Okay, so I'm gonna approach this door, and is it an easy to open kind of door? Like,
It's a similar door to the other one, except not reinforced. It's basically just got a simple key entry pad.
has it been bypassed as well?
Actually, no, it hasn't. Or at least
Okay.
there's no sign of any visible tampering.
So I'm gonna look at Lorne, and I wasn't around for the bomb trap thing,
No.
so I'm gonna just try to open it with
Okay,
my technical wizardry, if I have any.
Well, as in you want to try to hack the key entry
Try to-
pad?
See if I can open it, like push the green buttons.
Oh,
If it works.
Okay. There seems to be no life on this one at all. Like,
Okay, so try just the physical door.
There's no power.
It opens.
It just opens.
Yeah. Hence the reason the guy didn't have to hack it either.
Hey, maybe somebody killed the generator for that reason.
Okay, but I am going to open it without regard for possible traps. So,
Yep, so you
Lauren,
open
you're
it
right
up?
there with me, I'm afraid. I'm just
Okay,
gonna
his
open the door.
corridor goes down and turns sharply to the left.
Do you want to get in front, or?
I don't think he's in here because the DM didn't make a map for this building.
Or maybe he did. He just doesn't want to put you on it because you're not really seeing much of it right now.
I'm gonna duck walk in, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm
let's
gonna
go.
have my gun trained above her head, above Lauren's head. Kind of, yeah, and follow.
Okay. I'll just go ahead and kind of just show you where the corridor would run.
Makes sense.
Okay. All
So
right.
yeah, I'd be here and train my gun down the corridor,
Okay.
look from around the corner.
And it'll go down to... Oh, not that. It'll go down to a door at the end.
All right, it's about to get crazy.
Okay. So you approach the door from the other side. All right. You guys move along a little bit on the right, and then you can see another vent opening.
I'm gonna look down it.
All right. So let me show you what you see. And this, let me just put Nat on this map because only Nat is going to be able to see this at this point.
No.
Okay, as you peer down from the upper vent, that is what you see. Can you see it? You're on the map?
Oh, there it is. I was like, it's a blank page. I see nothing? Okay.
Now, do you see anything?
I do.
Okay.
I do. Okay, what is this?
It looks like some kind of chemical spill.
And this is the door out?
It is a door out, yes.
Is he doing anything?
He is basically he's got a bunch of pieces of paper moved around and like laid out, and he is accessing a small computer terminal, and he's like,
She is going to very quietly try to get to the other side of the like hole vent
So you want to like shuffle past it? Okay.
and turn around so that Kreese can have a view.
Okay.
But she's gonna be like,
All right, Kreese.
Yeah.
That's what you see.
Oh boy. Okay.
Yep.
can I, without actually doing it, see if this vent would come off the same way as the other one?
It
Because
would.
that one was pretty quiet.
It would. You could pop it off. Whether it would be quiet with
As
somebody
quiet.
in the room right below it.
Yeah, that's why she's not doing it
Yeah.
immediately. But it looks like I could probably pull it off easily.
Okay, meanwhile, for the other two in the other chamber, let's pop back here. Okay, so yeah, you came to another door.
Yeah. I mean, I'm looking at Lauren in front of the door.
At some point, do you want to keep sneaking, or do you just want to start busting doors in? I'm just asking.
Like, I follow your move. I'm not stealthy, but I can't shoot through you. Unless you want me to.
Right, I'm gonna. How thick is this door, by the way?
Probably about an inch thick.
I'm gonna see if I can't hear through it.
Okay. Give me a from here. Give me a listen roll. So that would be a perception roll.
Also, my perception's garbage.
Yeah, you're not going to hear those quiet movements through this door and potentially another one.
All right, we're gonna quietly open the door then.
Okay.
Press myself back against the wall so that he can shoot if he needs to.
All right. So what you're going to see... oh, wrong color. Hang on, let me change the color and make sure at least it looks somewhat similar. I hate this thing when it does that. Hold on. Stop! Stop drawing extra lines. Hang on. I'm gonna get rid of this and redraw it. Oh, and it did it in red. Okay, don't care. Alright, so there's another corridor here. And you will see a door here that appears to be slightly open, and then another door. Oh, it did it again. Look. You have to remember to right click before you move every time. That's why I don't like drawing them on here. That's why I prefer to actually do maps. So yeah, there's a door here that is partially ajar, and then there's another door down here. And actually, that goes to a corner. But so yeah, when you open that door, this door here is slightly ajar.
Right, is it opened toward me or away from me?
It is opened away from you. It opens into the room.
All right, we're gonna pass the door up and turn back around.
Both of you give me a perception roll, because there is somebody inside that room that might hear you.
Perception?
Oh God, Jalad. Not what? Yeah.
You said perception.
Yeah. No, it would be hide and sneak. Sorry.
Well, that's not any better.
Okay. All right.
Oh Jesus!
3?
Oh.
So he won't hear Lush, but he will hear Jared. Okay. So
Oh, well, I
those-
haven't rolled yet. That was a perception.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, then you better roll your hide sneak, Lush. Sorry.
Which, thanks to skill points, it's actually better, even though it's under perception.
Nice.
Yeah, you're nice.
It wasn't much better than the perception roll.
You're quiet enough not to be heard. Unfortunately, Jaled's heavy armored
Yeah,
boots
of course.
and carrying all of his heavy shit. He is not. Okay, those of you. So, Kreese, you're looking down into the room.
Mm-hmm.
You give me a perception roll to see what you hear.
Oh.
Okay. From up here, you probably don't hear them. What you do notice, however, is the guy that's busy going suddenly goes, and he steps away from the thing, and you see him slowly raise his blaster rifle and very, very, very slowly turn to face the door.
Can we shoot through this grate? Is it possible?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, a blaster fire would tear through this grate like it was tinfoil. So that's not a thing. That's not a problem.
Am I able to see anything through the slightly ajar door?
If you were, if you're actually going to try to glance in, you will see probably the arm of a person laying down, like just the forearm.
Harper's gonna aim her blaster through the grate.
Well,
If
Kreese is up
possible.
there right now, isn't he?
Oh, is it like only one person can see if I've
I mean,
get
if
to
he
the other
was
side?
to shuffle all the way down to kind of give, but it's only like yay big, so there's not a lot of room for, it would be
Two
hard
of
for
us?
two people to see and shoot.
Mm.
Am I aware of how loud Jalad is?
Yes.
I mean, yeah, absolutely.
You
can hear
heard me
his-
enter that corridor.
Yeah, you
for
could hear
sure.
his like, and he's probably very.
I'm
loud.
looking right at you, Lauren.
Yeah,
I mean,
he's probably very aware of how loud he is as well. It's like,
All right, seeing how loud he is, I'm actually going to reach for his arm and pull him over to this side of the door.
ooh.
okay, are you trying to be on this side?
Yeah, I'm on
Inside?
the side
Okay.
where it's like slightly open toward me.
Honestly, I would recoil from your attempt to grab
So you
me.
guys
You
pass the
would?
door.
Because
is
you're
what
not
I'm
going to
saying.
like what happens next.
So you're gonna pass the door, right? You're gonna go past the door
Yeah, I passed the door when I
to
walked
here.
by.
Okay, yep.
Yeah.
And then you're pulling him past the door as
But
well.
I'm not.
I tried, but
I'm not
apparently-
letting her.
Okay,
Oh,
so
I'm-
you're gonna like
I'm-
resist and stay on that side.
Like-
Okay, so you're either side of that door right now.
Yeah.
Unbeknown to Kreese and Harper, who are up here in the vent.
I mean, I'm mouthing.
I'm gonna just do. I'm not taking any time because I'm assuming since he's so loud, if there was somebody, they know we're here.
Are you learning it? Are you literally gonna just like?
I'm about to learn it.
Okay, so you're gonna just burst through that door.
I'm
and
kicking the
bolt in.
door the rest of the way open.
I have something I would do the second I see Lauren do that.
Okay. Yeah,
I would
so
wanna
you'll see Lauren just dive around and her boot just go bam into the door.
Okay, the second I hear the bang, I'm aiming at the wall in front of me and shooting into the room through the wall, like right here at the top part.
I'm not
blindly.
getting in the doorway,
I'm
by
just
the way. I'm
blindly
just
firing my
kicking the
blaster.
door all the way
Like
open.
try to shoot through the wall itself.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
you know that's not a thing. You couldn't.
Oh,
do
that's
that.
not a thing. Okay.
No, they use metal construction, not
Okay,
brick or
okay.
mortar. So a regular blaster is not going through one.
Even
of
a
these
heavy
walls.
blaster, like a strong one.
No.
use my force point.
Hey, you might get a hell of an aimed shot that would have hit him right in between the eyes, but it still isn't going to allow you to defy
I know.
physics.
Okay. Okay.
All right. Okay. So Lorne is going to kick the door in.
If it's open toward me, I'm kicking it all the way open, and I'm up against the wall. I'm not running into the doorway.
So you're going to kick it open and then duck back behind the wall? Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Can we hear that?
Yeah, well, you guys will see the door go woof, and a black form dive back. As that happens, the individual in the room will take no time at all, and you'll hear as he blasts at whatever was through the door. Okay, so Lorne, he shot the second you kicked the door open, so technically you could be hit, but effectively you're dodging. So how this is going to work, let me pull the sheet back up. Did I close it? I think I might have closed that sheet by accident. 1 second. Oop. Oop. All right, so you're going to be making effectively you're dodging, so you're going to use your dodge skill and roll it, and that's going to be added to his DC. Oh, okay, 19. It's close range, so it's 10, so he's got a 24 that he's got to get. He needs 24 to actually hit you. Because, like, you just kick the door and leap out the way. And blasts. Oh! Right on the nose! 24. Okay, so he will clip you. Blaster. Double check the damage on that. It's 5d. Okay. Alright, so you need to roll... Actually, he rolled shit damage, so that's good. So you need to make a dice roll, and you're going to be using your armor, basically. So roll your armor code, because that's got your strength plus your armor built into it. Ooh, 12. Okay. As you kind of leap out the way, you get most of your body away, but a blaster shot catches you right on the kind of like right on the outside part of your torso. As you kind of wince in pain, and naturally grab it, you're effectively wounded. So you have one wound. You've taken a wound, which means all of your dice codes until you're medi healed are down by 1. As you kind of feel the pain and look down and see that it was close, but he just managed to clip you. And with that, we're going to stop there for the night. Because that's a great place for us to wrap it up. That's a really good little cliffhanger point. And the main reason I'm doing that is I've got to be up at 4:30 tomorrow morning to drive 5 hours. So I was going to close this out about 9:30 anyway, but we pushed it a little further. But I don't want to get into this whole fight and it take an hour. So we're going to wrap things up there for this evening. So, yeah, lots of fun. Well, looks like you found him, guys.
Yay!
Yay!
Alrighty. Okay. Yep, so we're going to go ahead and, as I say, wrap things up there for tonight. But we have got time to do a quick Q&A. So if anyone's got any questions, go for it. And of course, that door now is officially all the way open. So, there we go. Questions. 2 rebels came down the corridor the other day. Oh, I've been watching a whole bunch of Letterkenny here lately, and I can't get out of my head.
Did they get to see in the room at all?
Lorne would have briefly saw in the room, so I would say enough that I can actually put her on the room so she could see it. There you go, Spook. That's what's going on in there.
Yeah, I just want to share this because, like, when I first see things by myself, I'm like, oh, guys.
Yeah, so we know what the 3 blaster shots were. That was him taking out 3 people in this room. Yeah. So, any more questions? Questions? And if not, we've got more fun D&D on the way Monday. So here's the thing I'm going to tell you guys. So Monday is my birthday, and I will be here streaming for you and with our cast. And Thursday's Halloween special that we're doing is Matt's birthday, and he will be here streaming with the cast. So we are choosing to give our we're choosing to give our birthdays to you guys. We'd rather spend it with you than doing whatever else we could do. Questions. Among Us tomorrow? Anyone gonna stream Among Us? Jacket?
That wasn't good. No.
Paladin's asking if anyone's gonna stream it. I
We
won't
can
be.
if you guys want to. I just need to know what time.
There you go. Spook says she will. Thank you, Paladin. 2020 birthdays are lonely. Not for us. We're going to be spending them with a whole bunch of people. May even just have to have our own beverages sitting here. Martini. Shaken, not stirred. Alright, but yeah, so if you want to play Among Us, twitch.tv/TheDragonSpooker. Spook will be doing it. Y'all just need to let her know what time is a good time for her to stream. Because that's what she's asking.
Yep, you can contact me on Twitter or you can find me on the Discord.
Either that or you pick a time, and if they want to play, they'll show up.
That works too. Whatever.
Yeah. As you're streaming. One of the members of the cast is going to get Baldur's Gate 3. I'm going to hold off just a little bit before I leap in. And that's why. And Paladin's answer is why I'm waiting. Because I heard it's got a few issues right now. Just a few. Any other questions? Play like
8:30
his
to
time?
9.
8:30 to 9? What time zone is that?
Eastern.
Eastern
So
Standard
about
Time?
7:30. Okay.
There you go. There's a thing. And there's a link to Spook's Discord if you want to join in, and that way you can all keep up with that. But Among Us is a lot of fun to play. So, yeah, if you got nothing better to do and you want to have a lot of fun, go to twitch.tv/TheDragonSpooker and play some Among Us tomorrow. All right, guys. Well, we're going to get out of here. So we'll see you Monday. As I said, Monday, regular D&D. Thursday, super special, super soft Halloween special with lots of extra people. So looking forward to that. Should be a blast. So we will see you guys later. Thanks for hanging out. Thank you for everybody that subbed and resubbed, and thank you for all of our happy followers. We appreciate you. We've had a blast. Hope you did too. We will see you later, guys. Bye.